I have kids out of wedlock. Am I supposed to tout it because I did it? This is what you hear from women. The stupid shit they do, they think that they have to act like it's good because they did it. Women only see a problem in things that other people did, not with what they did. A true parent, that's why fathers make better parents. Because even if you're a father and you know you have a daughter and you love your daughter, you will tell her to watch out for men, including men like you. Because you know it's a problem and you don't want your daughter to go through the same shit you went through. But these women will sit up there and lie to their kids and have their kids actually fighting on playgrounds to act like their mother's.
They'll actually look. Here's the thing: they'll actually pretend like they ain't did nothing in their young years to their children. That's how you teach them. That's how you teach them. You say, hey, look, don't do what I did. I did it the hard way. I made this mistake. Just like I tell my kids, hey, wait before you have children. Wait. Get established. Wait until you have children. Guess what? I don't have any grandkids. So wait until you have children. Get yourself established.
Virtuous, your mama a crackhead in a hole. I will fight somebody because they said that. And when I go home, guess what my mom is?
A crackhead
in the hole. So I just fought half the playground over the truth.
Yeah. Those the front, now you see them showing up. So what's up? I've been down and out.
And this what makes no sense. Stop. This what makes no sense. Even when she was sitting there saying she's been nice with what she was saying, what she said was, let's just not repeat the cycle. A motherfucker had to try to cut her off from saying that. What was wrong with that?
And because keep in mind, the two women that agreed with us on some level, non-black women.
Well, and that's what I was about to say. Hold on a second. Y'all spend your time.
My mama's black.
Please, please let me finish.
You said the N-word. I know you got black in
you, girl. Please.
Let's let Tommy finish. Let's let Tommy finish.
It's sad. We all got to think of this as a society that we're all going to raise our children in. Your children are going to interact with mine. Yeah. And does it not scare you that you realize that your neighbor's a dumb fucker? Mm-hmm. And your kids got to go play with this dumb son of a bitch? This woman is raising her kids to be stupid like her, and your kid is going to have to play with that person? Well, I fear this because I know what I put in my kid's head, and I know what you put in your kid's head, and I don't want my kid anywhere around yours because you're stupid, and people keep allowing you to speak because you have a vagina. The only reason that a lot of women are allowed to speak is because a man stands in front of another man to allow that woman to speak. Right. They don't have to actually.
Hey, the one sitting next to Myron, though, boy, she is triggered. She is bad, boy. I don't know how many kids she got. I don't know her personal, but this is eating her soul. And the one sitting right next to him on his left, all right, she triggered too. Something ain't right with them two, boy. They want to fight. It don't matter if it makes sense or not. They will fight it to the end, just to prove that they right.
To fight for that freedom to speak. They get told, well, I'm a woman, therefore I'm a queen. Why is it you even want to be around somebody who believes that they have a title based upon what they were born instead of what they've done? What you do makes you something. So when he said, you said, I know you're not a king. He said, I never said I was. The fact that you feel like you need to put a stupid title on your dumb shit lets me know that you don't believe in yourself and you don't have any self-love. Because why would you go around calling yourself, black women love to call themselves boss and all kinds of stupid ass titles. Your name is Mercedes, but you drive a Kia. Your name is, you sit up here just giving yourself exalted titles because you don't feel good about yourself. And the majority of you grow up in a household with either men who have slept with you, i.e. uncle, i.e. mama's boyfriend, i.e. mama's friend. You have all this trauma and you think that hiding it on Instagram by acting like you's a boss and an entrepreneur is going to make it go away. But the reason it hasn't went away is the same reason why you say, oh, I love myself, but I got 2 kids by 2 niggas and ain't now one of them now. So maybe you didn't. So maybe you would stop and say, no, I don't love myself, because if I did, I wouldn't be in this situation twice. How the fuck I'm going to say I love my car when I ram that bastard into a building 2 times in a row. Just bam. Oh, it's broken.
But
Let me do it
Tommy-
again. Bam. What I'm saying, ma'am, step back for a
Somebody wanna say
second
amen?
if you don't mind. Pretending a problem doesn't exist doesn't make you strong. It makes you delusional.
Wow.
Well,
My goodness.
Damn,
Tommy.
I don't have no kids and I don't have those problems. So
well, here's the thing. You two
Black
are
women
listen. You
empowerment.
two are
wanna
still
come
young enough
on
and
you.
attractive enough to change the mindset. I think this is indicative of just black women just pushing back on anything black men say. That's really what this is. If
Yeah.
Troy Francis were to sit here and say exactly what I was saying now, you probably wouldn't have a problem with it.
No,
I'm not
I would
mad-
have a problem with anyone speaking on black women in general. So there's no
Unless they were
And-
saying
So
black women
just,
got
so,
beat.
so just because they're speaking on black women, then you just have a problem with it, even if they're telling the truth. That tells me who you are.
Busing are all
no,
intelligent.
because I don't like that. What do I get out of that? I
I've
don't
never
have
seen
big
a
butt.
black woman argue when someone says black women are the most
I don't
educated
have a
women
big-
in the United States. They've never argued it, even though it's a fake stat. And I broke that stat down
not
and
too late.
disproved it.
It's
I
not too late,
disproved
man.
it.
It's
But
not
they
too
sit
late.
there and say things that aren't true. And whenever you big up somebody and
I
help
mean,
their ego, black girl magic, the stupidest
It's
shit
flattering for once in so many years to be exalted.
possible. The fact that you need to be flattered. Men don't need to be flattered. Men go out and earn.
You know who
If
doesn't
you
need to
wanna
be flattered?
a man and you want to feel good about yourself, you go out and you get you a Lexus, you get you a whatever it is that women like. You don't get to sit up there and pretend that you are a king. I'm a king, y'all, but I work at Walmart. We don't get to do that. So women get to sit up there and just give themselves name and then say openly, you don't hear what you just said. You
Facts.
said it
Big
feels good
facts.
to have
We-
someone beat me up for something I didn't do.
We are the porter to the underworld. Our
All right, you're
un-
going.
unborn
Oh,
spirits
boy.
come
Yeah, she about to get on that earthy stuff. All right, let's go. Let's go.
through my body into life. So that alone should have respect. Let me see you push out a baby.
Wow, there I'm saying.
Let
Here
me
we
see you
are.
get multiple
Dogs do it. So should we respect dogs?
Yes, you should respect life in general.
They
I
actually
Disrespecting
respect
anybody.
dogs
I
more
just-
than they respect human life. If you
They
want to,
who?
you
This has gone
the
completely
government.
sideways.
If you actually kill a dog, you can actually go to life. You can go to jail for life
And that's
for
a damn
killing a
shame.
dog.
But
Before
women
you
can,
actually
but
kill
women
a
can
human.
prematurely end the life
Exactly.
of another.
Thank you.
and-
You don't want
and-
to talk
yeah.
about the fact that
There we
women got more tattoos on their face than a Mexican gangster from all the abortions they done had. But
You
you
gotta-
want to,
there you
but
go.
y'all fight for women's rights. That's called a woman's right to end a pregnancy.
To be
She
seen.
talking
I
all
think
right.
it's trauma amongst black people,
Say
period.
it.
It's not just
Toulouse.
it's not just women. Yes, us black women. I'm gonna speak for myself. I don't
go through this.
Yes, white women don't go
So that's
through
all we
this,
do.
but this is trauma. I don't act like that, to be honest. Like, I see it going on, but I try to remove myself from the stigma. And because I don't grow up with like American black parents, I grew up with Jamaican parents, so maybe
Okay.
the
Makes
stuff
sense.
are a little different. But so when I see it going on, I think as black people on the whole, it's been traumatized through slavery, through what's going on in society. Everything is by design. So like they're gonna act out based on they're trying to prove.
You know what it's really
They're-
starting though? It's because you took the men when they're in the house.
Mhm.
A man has to prove who he is.
And
We
that's
have
okay.
to prove who
That's
we
okay.
are to a woman that
That's
we date. Initially, when
Exactly.
we walk up to you, we gotta chocolate peacock your ass. We gotta show you that we're worth. Do we not? We
Yeah,
gotta
no,
show
it's
you
true.
that we're worth. When you take the man out of the house, you bring delusion into the house because the woman then turns around. Think about what women are.
Man,
Women are, I'm going to lie to
Emotionals.
you and act like my skin tones all the same color because I got on a bunch of makeup.
Right.
I'm going to lie to you and act like my hair's long and straight when it ain't.
Very
'cause I
nice. You
on
got
a
away
weave.
with it.
I'm going to lie to you and act like my eyelashes are this long. I'm going to lie to you and act like my titties sit up when they sag to the ground, but I got on this titty.
Yep. They're gonna have on the uniform. Yeah, and a lot of them. Hey, they like to wear that uniform nowadays. Not all. Well, I know it's not all of them, man. Come on, but a lot of them like to wear the uniform of a 304. They like to wear all that extra garbage that men don't even like. The extra eye weave and the extra, caked on makeup and all that other stuff and the super long. the super long nails, though. Come on. They look unsanitary. But all right, let's get back to it.
See, a lot of you act like my stomach is flat because I got on body magic. So their whole game is to give you something else that's not true. Now, if you raise children, guess what you just raised? The majority of black men that come out of black female houses, I call them fashion niggas. Because they walk around just like women, do they not? Them niggas Instagrams is
make sure they get their hair cut.
Instagram, thank you. It's just like they're women. They are just like that. So when you ask yourself a question, you have to ask the reason that the society is the way it is in the black culture. They gave it to us on purpose. They gave you an incentive to kick your man out of the house. Even right now, Joe Biden just gave $50 million.
They kicked us out the house. They fell for it. And now we are living through that. And it's not gonna change, fellas. It's not gonna change. It's not gonna change until we can stand up and say, look, we tired of this. But we got to stand up as a whole. But, we got the little simpity simp, But with the same dudes he talking about right now that was raised by a single mother, then now they fashion novas. Or what do you call them? Fashion niggas. Them same dudes. They don't see it. Them the ones that's getting mad right now. They're the ones mad because they don't see it. Because they're probably in their emotions right now. But that's all right. That's okay.
That's raised. The majority of black men that come out of black female houses, I call them fashion niggas. Because they walk around just like women, do they not? Them niggas Instagrams is
make sure they get their hair cut.
Instagram, thank you. It's just like they're women. They are just like that. So when you ask yourself a question, you have to ask the reason that the society is the way it is in the black culture. They gave it to us on purpose. They gave you an incentive to kick your man out of the house.
Yes,
even right now, Joe Biden just gave $50 million for people to go out and get crack vials because he said it was just about to say and he said it because it was racial equality. But you know what he didn't give $50 million to? How about you could change the black community right now if you incentivize families? How about give some money to people who stay together with the nigga that got them pregnant?
Right.
But they won't do that. Why won't they?
Because it keeps the house.
So why don't y'all?
Because if you take the man out the house, you can destroy the whole race. You can stop the race from being strong. Or the nation, or whatever, however you want to say it. But that's how you destroy any enemy. You take out the men, and the women will follow the conqueror. That's happened in since the beginning of time. Every time somebody came and pillaged a whole village and everything, what did they do? They killed the men. They killed the boys that were fighting age. And then they took the women. And guess who went right along with them? Was the women. And guess who fell in love with them? Was the women. And guess who had babies with them? Was the women. That's how you conquer any society. Any community. That's how you do it. You take the men away. So here's the thing. Instead of physically taking us out, what they did was they mentally took us out. And people don't even see this.
Stop arguing with somebody who's saying something that makes sense. I know I ain't the cutest thing. I'm ugly as shit, but I am right. I'm telling you, there's something that tells you when women are in charge, they know that's a weaker species. When you look at lions, what do lionesses do if a lion comes in and kills the other lion?
They have that lion's kids.
They will watch their own children get killed.
Exactly.
When you watch what colonization was, when white men would go to every place they went to, the women just went with whoever won.
Damn, didn't I just say that?
So if we
I just say that? Logic goes with logic. Damn, I just said that. But I guarantee they don't see that. They don't see it. That's how the enemy gets. That's how the enemy infiltrates. What they do is they turn the women against the men. That's the very best way that an enemy can destroy their enemy. Turn the women against the men. There's nothing that the men can do at that point. So what they did was they incentivized the women with free money. Free money. But the only stipulation is you got to get rid of the man. Oh, okay. And then boom, got rid of the man.
Stop listening to women. If men are out there listening to me, please understand. Women respect you when you stop listening to them. All these women who are saying stupid shit, they realize how stupid you are if you listen.
I'll say this quickly. I used to be a fucking loser. I was married. I was married. My wife wasn't fucking me. I was overweight. I had to look in the mirror and I had to admit to myself, you know what, Donovan, you're a fucking loser. Okay, that's what I had to do. If somebody had come and told me, Donovan, the reason why your life sucks is because you're a loser. No, I'm not. I'm a king because I say I'm a king. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, I had to do something to change my life. And the first thing, just like you said, the 12-step program is you have to admit that you have a problem. I mean, I know it's unflattering to hear these things, but it's the truth. And only when you're honest with yourself can you do what's necessary to change your life. So what did I do? I got my ass to Vegas. I've had a couple of successful businesses. And 10 years later, now I'm in a great relationship. I made $500,000. I made $500,000 last year, and I drive a $75,000 car that I paid in cash. I couldn't have done that if somebody said, Donovan, you're a fucking loser. No, I'm not. I'm a king. Listen, you don't have to acknowledge what we say here as the truth or not. You can disqualify it as everybody has their experiences and all that other kind of stuff. But here's what I do know. Most black men in prison were raised by black women. That's just all there is to it. We say all the time, and this is not even a race thing. Fathers keep women off stripper poles and boys out of jail.
Let me give you a stat. It's 80 for those because I did the research.
Oh,
that's why I have the movie.
Made the documentary.
All right, here we go.
I have the movie.
Here we
go check
go.
it out. That's why it's done so well because I did the research. 80% of black males who are in jail come from single mother homes. So don't sit here and preach to me how y'all do such a great job of raising kids.
So where's the father?
Listen to what you're
Where's
saying.
the man in the house?
The father. I mean, we've been sitting up here talking about y'all and put them out the house, right? Right? Or they're part of the 80% that's locked up. It's a cycle.
The household.
Okay,
Where did you go?
I can explain that. Let me explain that, please.
Well, here's one explanation.
Tommy, where did you go? Because we got all the heat as a woman. Where is the man?
I'm ready. If you throw a curveball, a fastball, I'm ready.
Puppy, I want to hear it.
So let me answer.
Because I want to fix this.
Yeah, you want to? Did you gonna ask her?
She don't want the answer. He said he ready. He said he ready, and she's still talking. Which means she don't really want to hear the answer because she didn't think you had one, Tommy. She didn't think you had an answer. But when you stuck your chest out and you said, I got an answer and you can throw me a curveball, she ain't like that because she don't want the answer. That's not what she wanted. She wanted to throw you off. That's it.
Finish. Let me explain. Here's a simple answer to that. See, I own a house, and it's a big, beautiful house. You can Google it online.
Yes, sir.
In that house, if you were my wife, and I kept inviting dudes over, and they kept walking in with dirt on their shoes, and they kept throwing popcorn and shit on the ground and fucking it up. When they left, who would you blame? Me or them?
A combination of both, but
No,
specifically you.
Yes.
No, you blame him. You blame him for letting his friends come in and mess it up. Come on. Now she's trying to play trickery with the answer. She thought that was a safe answer. I'll blame both. No, it's his responsibility. Let's see what he say. But that's what I say.
In that house, if you were my wife, and I kept inviting dudes over, and they kept walking in with dirt on their shoes, and they kept throwing popcorn and shit on the ground and fucking it up. When they left, who would you blame? Me or them?
A combination of both, but
No,
specifically
here we
you.
go. Yes. Why?
Specifically
Because
you.
it's my house. See, let me explain something to you. When women have babies, I ain't never seen a man die in a delivery room. Women do, though. So if that's the case, and this is the stuff I tell my daughters, because God punished me. He gave me girls. And he said, you're going to have to be able to tell them.
That's right.
You better mark
Then
your
he said,
words.
you're going to be able to tell, you're going to have to tell them the truth, that you ain't shit.
Yep.
And I took it. I said, you know what, God, I'm going to do that because I ain't shit. So I sit down and I said, you know what? These girls will have to give birth to niggas that ain't shit's baby. They could die. So why don't I tell them that it's not an equal responsibility? Because one, they can decide to end the pregnancy.
That's right.
He can't.
Unilaterally.
Yes, they can't. He can't. The men can't. The women can decide to give a baby up at a gas station, at a
Firehouse,
hospital, at a so they can do all these things. So when you have that kind, my uncle, I had an uncle by the name of Benjamin. My uncle Ben said, "With great responsibility, with great power, come great responsibility." Shout out to Spider-Man.
I was gonna let him. I want to fuck it up.
So what's up? I've been down and out below.